Good evening, dear friends. How are you? You are so welcome to hold my hand. My name is Nalwaga Fiona Kwagala, and I'm so privileged to host you this evening. It's such an honor to stand in my boss's feet. Coach Bahati is not with us this evening because she's on the assignment of Beyond Success. If you're on social media, you've already seen the awards moving around. The John C. Maxwell team has gathered together internationally for recognition and edification and a lot of things together. So she's also out there on the same purpose. Nevertheless, this cause now has superseded her. We can be here without her, right? We miss her presence, we miss her impact, but impact cannot be paused because she's not around. So we had to continue with this. Hello? Yeah, we had to. So today we are just deep into self-awareness, and that's why the Speak with Confidence Hour has been dedicated to us finding out personalities. Because it's very important for us to be self-aware. Are you self-aware? Yes, you're right to think about it. Pause and think about it. Are you self-aware? Or better still, I'll ask us to raise up our hands. If you think you are self-aware, raise up your hand. Yeah, you knowing. Oh, what does it mean to be self-aware? Oh, okay. Do you know about you? Do you know who you are? Like, do you know yourself? Do you have the clarity of who you are? Okay, now the question comes out better. Raise up your hand if you think so. Now, statistics show 85% of people who think they are self-aware are not. So when I looked in the room, it looked like 85% the hands were up and 15 were down. And I want to assume the 15 that were down, they don't know. If they know or they don't know, they are in the middle there. They are warm and cold. All right? So it is in such a way that Johari, when he was making his research, said that there are things we know about ourselves, and no one can speak us out of that. There are those things we totally don't know about ourselves, yet the people around us do know them. So when they mention them, we are foreign to them, but ideally that is it. At only those two windows, you're going to agree with me that if you're in this room, you are a particular percentage aware of yourself and a particular percentage unaware of yourself. And the only way you can reach your maximum potential, and you're not among the people, they say that in the graves, there is a lot of wisdom, unwritten books, a lot of inspirational talk, a lot of motivation. They say if you want to find the best of that, just go at a cemetery. And you know why they say so? Because so many people die without unleashing who they are. Why is it hold my hand? Because I want to help you know who you are, that you may reach the maximum of your potential. Basically, it is just impossible for you to do this whole job by yourself. We need to agree. You can't be self-made. You can do some parts, but you will always need a person. Yesterday, one of the best things happened to me. My dear one, Janet, was on radio. I didn't even listen in because I was in another commitment. But she was speaking about teenage suicide. We've had a lot of scenarios in the news lately where people are, young ones, Recently, we had a P7 child taking his life away because the parent had not bought him a mathematical set. So as parenting coaches, I posted in our page and I told them, guys, we need to come up and do something, some sensitization about it. And she took it about herself and went and did thorough research. I know her, and I know another very passionate parenting coach, Dr. Hanifa. So I paired the two and told them, mugende muchikube. Right at the point, at the spot, when they were presenting that, there was another 20-year boy, involved in relationships. The girlfriend had left and told her she's not continuing with him. He was so hurt, 20 years broken-hearted. I'm serious. So as they were on the program, they mentioned, they read my number because it is a routine. Everyone who comes on the program has to read my number. Being the administrator of this entire thing, they always announce my number. Well, he did pick their numbers. He picked my number. And as the program was coming to an end, he called me crying. I always don't pick calls as the program comes to an end because they come in. But somehow, I felt like, let me pick. I picked the call and he tells me, hello, this is Nicholas. I don't know what to say, but thank you. And I'm like, for what? And he's like, you don't know what you've just done. I'm like, who are you talking to? You have just been on radio. Then I said, hey, these people are on radio. I was going to kill myself, but I have had your counsel about suicide. I'm not killing myself. I'm throwing away these things. We spoke for over 10 minutes. But I realized the importance of holding someone's hand. It was in the opportune time that this communication came out that we saved that life. So you can do so much. Coach Janet has all the content, but it wouldn't save a life in her house. The only way we could save a life is someone needed to lead her to radio. Then she speaks, and someone had to tune in, and then by that, their life would be saved. Do you realize you just can't stay where you are? You need to discover yourself and go and do exactly what you have found out about yourself. It is the lifesaver of someone. Are we all going to do parenting and suicidal talks? No. It is only Coach Janet. I actually was looking for more parenting coaches since the other day. No one is showing up. I posted on Transformers. I posted on Focus Tribe. No one is showing up. But when she stands in her gap, she changes the world. So it is very important that you are self-aware. Because we all have a manufacturer. Do you believe you are a product of someone? Do you believe you are a product? And what happens when you go and buy a microphone? The microphone has someone who manufactured it, and they will tell you how it works. If you abuse any of the rules of its making, it won't give you the perfect sound. So you as well have someone who made you and stereotyped you as a phlegmatic or as a melancholy, like we're telling us, or as a sanguine, or as a sankol, and gave you a lot of gifts, abilities, a personality, you know. He gave you experiences. Did you know that not even the life you have gone through as you are growing up was a wastage of time? ebintu bye wayitamu ng'okula birina ensonga lwaki wabiyitamu. Waliwo ensonga lwaki abo abazadde be baakuzaala. Waliwo ensonga lwaki eyo gye wakulira. Nze nakula neegomba ebikomera. Tetwali mu bikomera. Twakulira mu muzigo. Later on, my dad built, but for the longest time, as me, I see it as longest time, but I'm the little one. My brothers, what can they say? But I used to say, I wish I was a daughter of Museveni. I know I'm on camera, and my parents will tell you. I want to be very honest and vulnerable to you. I used to look at how the other children would come at school, their parents come together holding their hands, and I'd be like, I wish I was in their family. Life would be better. But you know what? My story is different from their story. I had to go through that I may be very passionate about parenting. I'm so passionate about parenting. When you call me and my daughter is calling me, I respond to my daughter first. And at her age, 17 months, she is doing things children I've seen of 4 years can't do. I'm telling you seriously, because these children are nurtured by televisions. They don't have someone presently talking to them. They are not instructed. They are not corrected. They are not rebuked. So, I had to go through it. My experience was shaped for my purpose. Now, I want you to reflect about yourself. Which experiences did you go through? You are different from those experiences. I want to tell you today that you're not a divorced woman. You're not a single mother. You know those descriptions? You're not a failure in business because you've started so many businesses and they have not worked out. You're not a failure in relationships. Those are scenarios that have happened to you only to contribute and to nurture you for your purpose. You are totally independent. You and the scenarios that have come on happening to you are separate entities. You are a totally separate entity from whatever has happened to you. And from today onwards, I give you the liberty to separate yourself from those things. Command them and use them for your best, for your better. You are a person God has gifted so much. Apart from abilities, there are talents within you. Chances are high you do not know about these talents because of the experiences you came through. I have taught my daughter to dance, and that's really ridiculous. Because everyone who knows me for not dancing. Amara is shying away from that. And let me tell you why I don't like dancing. I tried to dance at school, and my teacher told me, "Gwazina footwork. Vayo." I loved to dance Maganda. Little did he know that he sat on that talent in me. Even if you tell me to dance, I never do. I can't. I only dance in my mirror. Because I don't want people to laugh at me, and I am a melancholic. So they tell you, when they tell you about us, we don't want, don't want those criticism. We are so perfect, so we follow the line. Right? But I have taught my daughter to dance. When the music gets on, she dances. And I'm always surprised. I'm like, can you imagine? I would dance. I can. There are so many talents within you that your mother told you while you tried to set up the TV. Of course you were spoiling, but for you were just discovering yourself. What you were doing was the right thing. You were discovering who you are. and she told you, Tobikwatako, Todamu, Nakube Galo. Oh, you know that. And you know what happened? You don't touch people's things. Come what may. Abatade wagala bagagayika. Oito omuntu. Abatagayika. Nega toga kuteko. I'm telling you. Am I saying something true? You're alone. We are the majority. There are people who will not do nothing about something until they are told to do it. And when you trace back, someone, somewhere contributed to that. Yes. These things form within us with a contribution by someone. All right? So there are talents within you that never got discovered. Because in our schools, we have abana abagezi, babera mu north, abasiru, babera mu south, aba wakati, babera mu west, abagezi ddala betusuubiramu obubonero babera mu ki? East. Hey, I thought I stay alone. You guys also have those things. Okay. Now you know what I'm talking about. So that teachers are seriously on the children in East because they want the first grades. All right? Seriously. And then these ones in South, they try. But it is expected. They even if they get 20, it is okay. It is well. But every teacher will be serious on the children in East. So you grew up thinking about yourself in such a way. You have a manufacturer. Do you think aina fudge? Aina original. Then duplicate. Aliga China. Timu UK. By the way, China supplies UK. Did you know? But it subsidizes the quality in supply. When they are sending to Uganda, they are like, Uganda, okay. You know, I am an iPhone user and I love iPhones. But iPhones are assembled in China. Did you know, guys, we are so proud iPhone users. They are also China made, so don't brag around. With quality, the same people, just know which quality deserves which people. We are talking self-awareness. And I'm telling you that God, in his formation and his design of you, he did not think of the best, the better and the good, the bad, the worse and the worst. In his description, he says he made us all in his image. So every human being has capacity to do everything God has told him to do. We are different. We are unique. What I do, you may not do. But that is his beauty anyway. That we may need each other. Because if bricks would build the house alone, they would be proud. But they need cement. But when the bricks get mixed with the cement, again, the wall doesn't look nice. So the concrete suffers most, but who takes the glory? It's the paint. Because it's the paint we look at and we are like, this house is so beautiful. But this house is not made of paint. There is a lot of hard work therein. You believe me? So God is beautiful. He made you. I want you to leave this room tonight when you love yourself. It's not about anything you don't have or you don't see or no one told you about. We are referring to the best manufacturer there is. The one who made you, and that is God. Whatever he did not give you, he realized you did not need. Relax. I'm telling you, you will eventually realize tokyetaaga yensonga lwaki teyakikuwa kubanga bwe yandibadde nga yagala okukikuwa yandikikuwadde ensi n'okujjula kwayo bibye kwegamba yayagala abeere bbindi ku ggwe mu bantu biliyoni 8 zonna yayagala ku ggwe kwaba abeerera bbindi. You just found out that you don't need that. What you have is exactly what you need to perform your purpose. We just need to modify it and make you a better version of yourself. And that is the work we do every other day. You are a work in progress every other day, becoming better and better and better. Moving from glory to glory, shining from brighter to brightest. So God has gifted you with abilities. He has given you a heart. I don't know if you know about your heart. You have quite a good heart. Some of you are here and you have a big heart. You can accommodate so much. Someone talks about you, someone does this, and someone does this, and someone does this, and someone does this. You are phlegmatic, and you forgive. You forgive. You give room to people. N'abatagalika. You are here. Gwe obagala. They ask you, but you're still talking to that lady? And you're like, Kati, it's okay. You have a big heart. I'm too perfect for that. You make mistake 1, mistake 2, mistake 3, bye. Actually, yesterday I had an interview where they asked me how many times can you forgive a cheating partner, and I said none. I blocked my husband off my status. I should remember and unblock him. I said none. Yes, because no room. I have told him over and over. Doesn't he understand? You see, you have a bigger heart than mine. So I'm weak, you are strong. Because God says we should forgive so many times, not on cheating. All right. So when you look at your heart, it has so much. It's a big space. And we are encouraged to guard it diligently. Because all the issues of our life flow from it. Whatever you don't allow to get into your heart can't destroy you. Did you know? You can look at a big matter and despise it in your heart, and it gets despised. So your heart is a big thing. It's a gift. And God has gifted you with a personality, with a temperament, uniquely designed by Him. This is not a contribution of your mother and your father's genes. A melancholy and a phlegmatic can give birth to a sanguine. And we had Bernice here saying melancholy and phlegmatic, they can't match. Did she say that? But they can match and form a what? God only knows how He does that. You understand what I'm saying? So, this temperament bit of you can cause a lot of chaos if you never get to a place of understanding it. Why? Because after God giving you special abilities, spiritual abilities, gives you a heart, He gives you talents, He gives you a personality, He gives you experiences that shape you. He also gives you the vehicle to bring your purpose home, and those are relationships. You basically can't prosper alone. Tosobola kugula nte n'olima reiko n'olima obutungulu n'olima butto n'olima esseppiki n'olima amanda gwe byonna nti oli kamala byonna owaaye notta ente eyo n'ogyesalira n'ogyeriira byonna eddiba lyo n'olyekoleramu engatto. Omanye nte kyekimu ku bisolo ebigagga, buli kimu ekiriko bakyetaaga. Amayembe n'ogakolamu earringizo, amapeesa, byonna nga gw'olina n'ebyuma ebibikola. You will somehow need me. You asked a good question. Which road are you using? You will need someone. So wabali wanoga wakowa abantu wenenye. Engombo ya twakowa. Tekola. You're running from people to people. The vehicle is relationships. You need relationships. And you cannot relate with people better until you are able to self-discover, to be aware of who you are. Otherwise, the conflicts and the breaking and the entire things you're going through, every other day fights, breaking, everything is because we have not understood you. And we seek to be understood more than we want to understand others. That's why I went on the side of we have not understood you. But let me ask, do you understand us? Do you understand us? You want to be understood. Melancholies always say, I wonder why they don't understand us. That's it. Hey, for us, they don't get it. They think we can do things the way they do them. Hey. Melancholies, I want to pose a question. Do you understand them? Because if you would understand that Diana is outgoing, she enjoys to talk, you would give her space to talk, but she's talking to you and you're not paying attention. And that bores her, so she moves on. She gets another person and then you feel bad that she ignored you. She's just being herself. Oh, take it. Do you see the relevance of what they were doing initially? So they were helping us to get to understand who we are in the aspect of temperament, or call it personality. We have just zeroed down with all the things God has given us. We have zeroed down to looking at the personality or the temperament in which we are made. I want you to first of all today get aware of who you are. Get better aware of who you are. And let me give you some of the advantages of this. You're going to be more confident. You're going to become a better communicator. Oftentimes, we don't communicate better because we don't know who we are, because we don't know what we say, why we say it. You find people who fear to give their opinions. And the reason is, what will they say? So you care about what others feel and think than you care about yourself. So you're going to better your communication. You're also going to be a more effective leader. When you look at the temperaments, you find that the phlegmatics are reluctant leaders. You just look at her beautifully and you say, I've given you the office. Come and lead. Because leaders always wear such kind of shirts. They bat on it even when it is hot. You give her an office. Only to find that she leads from the behind. She leads by observation. They are working. First of all, she's lazy. Naturally. She's a better advisor than a better hands-on person. So when she's leading, she understands everyone who doesn't work. Okay? Why aren't they giving us results? I told them, you people, why don't you give results? You do. Let's do the work. Let's do the work. Me, I don't want to be on people. Bajana kunyiga. First of all, they are not motivated. Even if you give them motivation, you don't move them. They will only act when they want to act. So they think, even us, we are like that. So they lead you as you lead yourself. Now you're going to become a better and effective leader because you're going to know who do you want to put in which position if you want which results. And they mentioned it when they were presenting that some strengths and weaknesses are all have to be given allowance. Buli omu Katonda amuteekamu eriggwa limukakkanye. Sikuranga amalala gamusukako. Hey. I told you have the best manufacturer there is. So you're going to be more effective at leadership when you know who you are. And of course, that yields more profits.